A hot bowl of ramen has just been made. The merchant said that if you eat it all within 5 minutes, you don't have to pay. The woman scooped up the noodle soup from the boiling stone pot and took a sip, followed by a surprised look. Then she drank one spoonful after another. The husband next to her was very surprised when he saw it. The owner of the store on the sidelines couldn't believe it. The customers around were also very shocked. In less than 2 minutes, the 100°C ramen was finished by the woman. The owner was furious at hearing that. Looking at her son and husband's praise, the woman's face showed a smile, but she herself knew that the physical abnormality was from a previous accident. The woman's name is Anna and she is an ordinary housewife. Originally she was also very afraid of the heat. Every morning at 6 o'clock to get up to prepare lunch for her husband and children. Even if she was tired and sweaty she was very happy. But her husband didn't care about her efforts and disliked Anna verbally. Not only her husband but also her son disliked the smell of Anna's body. Anna did her best to take care of her family every day, but all she got in return was their disregard and dislike. Anna was very sad. In addition to taking care of her family, Anna also went to work at the supermarket every day to support the family. On this day, Anna was about to leave work when a colleague who was in charge of lightly ordering the cold storage approached Anna and asked her to help her check the number of items. Before Anna had a chance to refuse, the colleague put down the list and turned around and left. Anna had no choice but to come to the cold storage to clear the count. At first, she started checking one by one, and accidentally dropped her pen. When she leaned over to pick up the pen, a supermarket security guard came to the door of the cold storage. He thought the cold storage. No one shouted a few times to see no one responded, then turned off the lights directly to the door closed, but also locked. When Anna reacted, the door had already been locked. She hurriedly tapped the door to call for help, but could not get any response. Anna picked up the cold storage phone to call the security room, but the security guard is chatting with others. Completely ignored the sound of the phone. Anna could only put on a cardboard box to defend herself from the cold in the 23 degrees below zero cold storage. Reluctantly, she rushed to knock on the door again to call for help, but still no one heard. In desperation, Anna could only surround herself with tin foil in the corner and light the only lighter, relying on the faint flame to keep warm. With the loss of body heat, Anna began to blur in consciousness. The faces of her husband and children appeared before her eyes, and Anna's life was about to end. When Anna woke up again, she was already lying in a hospital bed. Her husband and children were with her, but just as Anna got up, she felt something unusual in her body. Why was it so cold? The woman's hand was pressed into the frying pan, but strangely she felt no pain. Her palms were red and blistered from the heat, but Anna even felt a little comfortable. Anna realized that this was not normal. She went to the hospital and the doctor said it might be related to the last time she was locked in the cold room. Perhaps the brain self-hypnosis. Due to previous psychological stimulation, the brain consciousness has not yet eased from it. Still feel that they are in a cold storage, so they are afraid of the cold. The doctor said that there are experiments abroad pointed out that when the experimenter saw the red-hot iron bar, was covered both eyes, and then replaced with an ordinary iron bar at touching its skin, the experimenter will also produce the feeling of being burned. There is no good treatment for this condition, and can only wait for the brain to recover from the shock. Disappointed, Anna walked toward home. Her body still felt colder and colder, and even her son's hugs. Anna only felt very cold. In the 40 degrees summer heat, everyone wore short sleeves and shorts and kept shouting hot, but Anna wrapped up in a thick down jacket. But even so, she still felt cold. Passers-by were amazed at her. When she came to the restaurant with her family, she ate the 100-degree stone pot ramen that had just come out of the pot in less than 2 minutes. Her mouth kept talking. Since then, instead of getting better, Anna's condition has gotten worse. She even had to wear thick gloves to cut vegetables and felt icy cold when she touched it slightly. This bizarre behavior made her husband dislike her. This day, when Anna was working in the supermarket, looking at the heated boiling water, cold, she had a strange idea. She slowly reached out. Woman was freezing. She stares at the boiling water in front of her and actually has the urge to reach out. The next second she actually put it in. But not only did she not feel hot, but she felt very comfortable. The people around her looked stunned. She looked at her hand, which was red and swollen from the cooking, and she just felt cold. Then she put her hand back into the water. During the lunch break, Anna was freezing and shivering. A colleague poured her a cup of hot tea, but Anna only took a sip, and the hot tea instantly turned into ice, so cold that she immediately pushed it away. But the spill was clearly hot tea. Hot colleagues flung hands. Anna saw that the explanation could not be explained, turned and fled back home. After returning home, Anna used the quilt and oven, surrounded herself tightly. Under this double heating, she still froze and shivered. Her condition got worse and worse, and even when drying clothes she had to wear gloves to prevent frostbite. In the morning at school, her son wanted to hug her, but just as she hugged her son, she felt cold and pushed him to the ground again. When her husband saw it, he yelled at her and thought she was abnormal. Anna looked at the photo of the family of three. Sad tears fell on the photo frame and instantly froze into ice. She was completely desperate and went to the roof of the building to prepare to end her life. Just then, Anna saw a fire across the street. Hearing cries for help, she ran to the scene. She heard the cries of a child inside, and without hesitation Anna rushed in. A little boy was sitting helplessly in the fire. She held the boy and blocked the flames with her body. Anna succeeded in getting the boy out, and everyone paid tribute to her and applauded her for her courage. This experience also allowed Anna to rediscover the value of her life. She decided to use her abnormal ability to help more people. After studying hard, Anna became a firefighter. Her husband and son would cheer her on every time she went out to the police. The story should have been a perfect ending here, but the camera turned to the flickering lights of the cold storage again. Reality is cruel. Everything just now was actually Anna's fantasy before she died. When she was found was already covered in frost, but the smile on her face proves that she was very satisfied in the illusion. This reversal of the ending is thought-provoking. Perhaps we in the ordinary trivial life are gradually losing themselves, but do not forget that we live in this world. The value of life